I have for you the ultimate money guide for level 1 players in GTA 5 Online to make yourself millions of dollars right now in GTA 5 Online. With that being said, let's jump right into it. Now, the first thing I'm doing, I'm coming over here to Vincent. Vincent is located right here. You're going to see the V on the map. Tremendous. Go to the V because, listen, we're going to have ourselves some setup missions we got to do. You can see a couple setup missions. They're pretty darn easy to do. Now, once you get done with those setup missions, we'll have the finale for us. The finale is called the Scene of the Crime. Now, I enter this place disguised as a chicken in a chicken box because this is a chicken factory. It all makes sense. So once I came out of the box, I could do one or two things. I can start night-nighting everybody in the distance, as you can see, or that I can hit this little electrical box. Now, if you got yourself more stuff when doing the setups, maybe you got yourself different weapons or whatnot, hey, I recommend hitting that thing. Guess what? You got yourself health right there. You look to your right. You can change your loadout from that duffel bag, maybe your armory. Do what you want to do. If you got the stuff, hey, go right ahead and do it. But this man right here, hey, listen, this man just ran up on me. I got a little scared there and prepared. Took care of him. Now, there's one or two things we can do right now. Listen, if it's your first time doing it, I recommend just going in there the stealth way. It's a little more fun, but if you want to, you can just go in there aggressive. Now, I had to shoot this little box, another electrical box. The gates are going to open. I can take out the NPCs the stealth way. Just make sure you know what they're doing when they're walking and whatnot. Learn the patterns. So once I saw the patterns, I started giving everybody headaches and night-nighting everybody I could possibly see. The stealth way. Then eventually I got to this door right here. Downstairs would be a couple NPCs. Take them out the same way. Bada boom, bada bang. Now over here to be the goodies. Go ahead and scoop it up. So once I got my bag half full, I came back upstairs into this little warehouse right here. Now to my left to be NPC chilling. I made sure to stare in this guy's eyes. Night-night him. Night-night his friend across the warehouse. And this guy walking down here, listen, you got a headache as well. A second location I need to go to fill up my bag was right here in this warehouse. So it'll be two NPCs chilling, guarding these crates of chickens. So I, as a man that was once a chicken, decided to night-night all these NPCs because, listen, I got to get myself the goodies. Now I started opening up all these crates with my crowbar, and I started getting a little teary-eyed because I was once one of those chickens in there. But I found myself one of the goodies. I came over here to one of my other little chicken crates, and guess what? I got the last of the goodies, and guess what? My whole entire bag is now full. Now, since my bags are full, I got a little too excited. I started night-nighting NPCs a little carelessly, and guess what? They realized I wasn't a chicken. So eventually I made it to this office, and the doors are locked, but somewhere in the warehouse, there's keys. Look, I found the keys right there. So I got over there, I got the keys. So I went back to the office, I opened the door, I got myself onto this computer right here, started doing some hacking and whatnot. Now, this is the thing here. We got the Jimmy Neutron device right here. You remember Jimmy Neutron, the device he has in his hands? That's what I have right now. Now, with this Jimmy Neutron device, we got to come by the computers right here, and eventually they're going to turn green to be 3 of them. Once I got all 3 of them, guess what? A code's going to pop up on my Jimmy Neutron device. Now, that code right there is made for this gosh darn safe right here. So we plug in the numbers to the gosh darn safe, and guess what? We got the gosh darn funds now. Now, you ask yourself, Div, what do we do now? Well, we got to run. You got to hit this little box, and guess what? Outside, everything on Earth will be waiting for you. Make sure to have some snacks and some armors if you have it. If you don't, just pray to everything holy that you don't get night-nighted. So I started blasting everybody and made it back into this warehouse, right to this garage where my actual getaway vehicle is chilling. So I got into my getaway vehicle. Pro tip, just take the train tracks. You don't want to take the highway. Take the train tracks. And eventually you're going to lose the stars, and eventually you make it back to Vincent where we get mission pass. Dip, how much money do we get? We get ourselves $500,000 right there. Tremendous. And wait, it gets better. We get an additional $250,000 for doing this first time as a leader, which is tremendous. So after that, came over here to Ron and Sandy Shores. This is very important. You gotta do this. Ron is located right here. Now, Ron's gonna give you 6 missions that are the first dose missions. These missions are so darn easy. It's very important to do these missions because this is gonna make us a lot of money, believe me. So right here, I took my time with doing this first dose mission. My first one completed, giving me $20,000. And every time you complete one of these first dose missions for the first time, you're getting yourself additional $50,000 in the bank. So far, giving me $70,000 for that mission right there. After grinding it out, made to my last and final mission of the first dose missions, giving me this truck right here. I had to deliver it to the location, and guess what? Additional $250,000 right there. So after completing all the first dose missions, eventually these Acid Lab blimps will pop up on the mini map. So I picked this warehouse right here. I walked in there, and there'll be a couple NPCs chilling in this warehouse. I took them out of nowhere. Guess what? I became forklift certified. Yes, some Home Depot stuff you're gonna be doing. So after a 7-hour shift at Home Depot, I eventually came back to the gosh darn freak shop, and guess what? Setup complete. Now, I would not, do not buy this right now. Listen, whatever you do not buy that. Do not buy this right now. Trust me, do not buy this right now. It's not a smart thing to do. Come outside. Do not buy that right now. Come outside and me talk to you. We got the last dose missions. We got 5 of them. And every time you complete one of them, you get yourself $100,000 every time you complete the last dose missions for the first time. There's a total of 5 missions you got to do. That's $500,000 right there. Tremendous. Now, Dax is going to call you. Guess what? You got the money. Guess what? You got yourself a free car. We're so hyped. We got ourselves a free car. And guess what? We're going to make even more money with this car. Listen, we got a free car. We're loving what we're doing. We're making a lot of money. But wait, it's going to get even better. We're going to get ourselves even more money. Eventually, you're going to get this little treasure hunt thing. You're going to have a different picture than me probably. But mine was right there. So make sure you go to the yellow circle cool. Mine was located right there. Yours is probably gonna be a different spot, so go there. And watch out, I almost got hit by a deer. Can you believe that? So after almost being roadkill, I came to this spot right here. You're gonna find yourself a little paper. It's gonna have some nice words on there, some words of encouragement. And guess what? We just started a treasure hunt. Now we got 3 locations we need to go to, and trust me, I'm gonna get you to every spot so darn fast. Your head's gonna spin off your head, and it's gonna fall on the. You're gonna be alive, but also you can be very rich. So I'm gonna come over here to Sandy Shore to get myself the helicopter so we can go to the spot so darn fast. I mean, personally, I always go to the forest location first. That's over here in this cave. We have a caveman, right? He needs some clothes, right? He's not having a good day, I can tell you that. Second location's over here by the farm, by this dead old tree. Come over here, and guess what? You're gonna find yourself a nice little box, giving us a second clue of our treasure hunt. Now I gotta go over here. Now I gotta cross this ocean. It's not really an ocean. It's a haggard lake. It smells probably of like poop. And over here by Poop Lake, there happens to be a chair and there happens to be a shovel. Listen, we got all 3 treasure hunt stuff now, and eventually you're gonna see this nice little treasure chest pop up on your mini map, and you gotta go to it, right? So I started flying like a turd out of the toilet, and I eventually came to this location right here. You might have a totally different spot, but go to it, you know? And look at this, with some problems going on, but look at this. I turned into Casper the Friendly Ghost. I'm transparent right now. You love to see it. So now we have a Gator's Gad, aka a nice little revolver. This is very important. You gotta stop. You gotta listen. You gotta breathe. Understand this. You need to go to Social Club. You need to sign up and link up your gosh darn accounts together on PlayStation, Xbox, PC. Do that. And once you've done that, great, grand, wonderful. You're doing tremendous things in life. Smack a like, because we're going to get ourselves even more money. And once we sign up to Social Club, we got to get 5 headshots with this revolver. It's pretty darn easy. Trust me, you're going to do this so fast, right? You're going to be like a bolt of lightning, right? And eventually gave somebody the last headache, and bada boom, bada bing. Give myself $250,000. Might take a couple of seconds to enter your Maze bank account. I know her blood pressure might rise, but don't worry, $250,000 right there. You'll love to see it. But wait, it's going to get even better. Listen, you're going to make even more money, because now we'll come over here back to Sandy Shores. Right here in this location, by this haggard guardrail, you're going to find yourself some garbage and also a hand. Now, by this garbage and this tire, and guess what? You're going to find yourself a hand. Yes, there's a hand sitting there. The vegetation is too high. You can't see it, but trust me, it's there. Now, that's the first clue right there. Get ourselves $5,000 and a whole bunch of RP. Now, we got 4 more ready to go to. The next one right here is located right here by this nice little farm. So I took my helicopter to this farm right here. Now, on this wall, there'll be some words. You put the words together. You think it says you can't see me, but listen, it says, can you find me? Now, once we inspect the clue right there, get ourselves another $5,000. So far, $10,000. Next clue is right over here. North of the map, you're gonna see this big tall guy in the distance. He's like a statue. Don't worry about that guy, because we have to worry about what's behind this haggard motel. Also, when you cross the road, look both ways. You almost became a pancake, right? Now, behind this haggard motel, you're gonna find yourself the 3rd clue. Right here on this door right here, look at this. We got some finger paints going on here. That's our 3rd clue. Now we got the 4th one right over here by this farm, right here in this location, on this big old red barn, this haggard beat up barn. You're gonna find yourself a machete just chilling right here. Somebody placed it here. Listen, I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. That's our 4th clue right there. Something spooky's going on here. $20,000 so far. Now the 5th and final clue can be in a couple of spots. The first spot it can be is right over here by the train tracks. This is why we have the helicopters. We can see if it's there. It should be right there, but it's not. So if you do have yourself the van, it's gonna be right here. You've been looking for a van. It should be in this location. If not, you come over here under this gosh darn highway next to this train tracks. The van could be there. If it's not there, don't not worry about it. I have more spots to show you, but for me, guess what? It wasn't there for me, so we have to go to another location. This location I'm about to show you here, most of the times it's here for me, but for this time, guess what? It's not. It's by these little water towers located right here by the big old oil plant right here. This little water tower here might have the van. It'll be parked right by the water tower. Now, if it's not there, do not worry about it. We have more locations to go to, but for me, it wasn't there. Another spot it might pop up is by this big old bridge, by this nice little river. In these woods right here, might be a little hard to spot in the gosh darn nighttime as I am right now. I recommend using the helicopter as I'm doing right now, so you can see it from the air. If you're on the ground, you can go through the woods right here, but usually it's right around this spot right here. You're gonna find yourself the black van in the woods close next to the river. You know what? For me, it wasn't there at all, but no worries. The last and final spot is right over here by the military base in this haggard swamp. If you didn't find yourself the van in any of those locations I showed you, guess what? It's gonna be in the spot where it is for me. Very important. It might be a little hard to find it, because you gotta realize it's a black van. It's in the gosh darn vegetations. It's usually by a tree. So if you're looking down on the map, eventually you're gonna find it in the distance right there. Also, this is very easier to find in the daytime. The sun's coming up right in this spot right here on this little island. You're gonna find yourself the little van Look at this right here. You're gonna go right up to it, and this is our last and final clue. And bada boom, bada bing. Once we found it, guess what? Another $5,000 in the bank, just like that. Total of $25,000. Now ask yourself, what happens now? Well, this man's gonna send you a heartwarming message to you, and guess what? We got to take our helicopter, and now we need to go over here to Blaine County. And the reason why we're here between 7 p.m. and 5 a.m., the Los Santos slasher only appears in Blaine County. And out of those time ranges, he's probably an honest working man just trying to make it through life. So don't judge a man by his cover. But when he gets out of work, guess what? He's coming after you. I can tell you that, because guess what? He wants to try night-nighting you. Listen, we're gonna give him a headache, right? Bada boom, bada bing. $50,000 right there. A total of $75,000 and everything we got. Listen, we took out an honest working man, but guess what? It had to happen. Listen, we just had to do it. But wait, we're gonna get ourselves even more money right now. You just love to hear, because now since we took care of that man, we gotta get 50 nights with that gosh darn revolver we just got. Now, personally, yours truly right here, I like coming over here by the fair. This is a good spot. A whole bunch of NPC spawn, especially in the day. Come over here and start night-nighting everybody. Now watch this little trick right here I do. You don't have to ever reload ever again in this game by doing this. Once I realized my ammo was low, I just switched my gun to another one and went back to my revolver, and guess what? My ammo was back, meaning I can do this challenge a lot faster. Meaning you never have to reload a gun ever again at GTA 5 Online if you do that little trick right here. So anyways, I started blasting. As you can see here, this is a great spot to do it. Even at nighttime, there's a whole bunch of NPCs spawning, and eventually you're gonna get the fuzz on you. I took out the last guy and got myself $200,000 right there. I put it in my Maze bank account, because if you get night-nighted, you lose some of that money. So after that, I came over here, I got myself another helicopter. Now we're going to the Big M, right? We call it a Big M. And the reason why you're going to the Big M right here, because she has ourselves 5 gosh darn bounties we need to do. Now the Big M right here is gonna drip feed you all these bounties. A total of 5 of them we gotta do. She'll send you the bounties in your phone, like right here. So this is the first person I need to get. Now I recommend not night-nighting anybody. Do not do that. You gotta come over to this location, any location she sends you to. Now you gotta look for the gosh darn bounty. My bounty was chilling right over here by the horse place. I shot her twice in the leg. That's literally the only thing you gotta do. Anything else will be too much and you're gonna lose money. Listen, once you got the person on the ground, they're gonna surrender. Once the bounty surrenders, I got her in the gosh darn helicopter, and now we're on good terms, bringing her back to Big M, right? Now right over here by Big M's little house, there's gonna be a gosh darn like little toy. See that little toy right there? It's gonna give you like a whole bunch of RP and $1,000. Just keep that in mind. So I got one bounty done, giving me $10,000. Once I got all 5 of them completed, that's a total of $50,000. And once I got them all completed, guess what? You're gonna get ourselves another treasure chest. Big old M's gonna give us a treasure chest, right? I was located over here by this farm on top of this big old thing that I don't know the name of. It's just a big old tower to me. I don't live in the country. So bada boom, bada bing, I got a stick. And that stick right there, that's a nice little device from the caveman times. Guess what? That thing there is gonna make you a lot of money, and you get 5 nights with it. So I came over here by the gosh darn casino, because why not show up in style? So I started swinging at everybody I could see, like a baseball player on steroids. I had to get myself 5 nights with this nice little stick, and that guy just flew. It's so darn easy. Once I got all the 5 nights I needed to get with this stick right here, I got myself $250,000 just like that. But wait, it gets better. Remember this car that we have that's so fast and so strong? Every week in GTA Online, there'll be a time trial. Now for this week, it's right there. It might be a totally different week for you. So look around the map at a little gosh darn clock. Start the time trial and just put a little pinpoint where the yellow dot is, and that's the easiest way to probably do a time trial. Now this car is so fast, we got it for free. You're gonna win every time trial, most of them, with this gosh darn car, because it's so fast. Now the reason why we're doing a time trial, because this nets you $100,000 every week in GTA 5 Online, and we have a free car. So why not? You crazy? You're not doing this. You're leaving money on the table, I tell you. And sometimes Rockstar makes these 2 times or 3 times the money in RP, and that's a lot of money when you do it that way. So bada boom and bada bing, a couple seconds to spare $100,000 in the bank. But wait, it gets better. If you're on next gen, for this little part right here on next gen, you can go ahead and take photos of animals every day in GTA 5 Online. This gives you $100,000. 7 days in a row, it's $700,000. I have a deer, a gosh darn poodle, and a gosh darn chicken hawk. And the only thing you gotta do is become National Geographic and take photos of animals. It's $20,000, another $20,000 right here with the chicken hawks, and eventually the last and final poodle that looks very lonely, giving me $60,000, making me no longer sad, because now I have $3 million, and so should you. So now since we have $3 million, this is exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna come over here by the casino, come out this back door right here, and go to this nice little club. There'll be a cutscene with this guy right here. Now this is what we're gonna do. Forget about the cutscene. Come over here. You gotta go to Warstock. We got $3 million. Come over here to Warstock. This is what we're gonna buy right here. Never, we didn't buy the acid lab. That's silly. Do not buy it, because we're gonna buy right here the gosh darn submarine. Do not care about anything here. I am gonna put the American flag on there though. Now the submarine only costs $2.2 million. And when you do have extra money, I recommend getting yourself one of these little sparrows. Trust me, they are really good, especially when you're doing the setup missions for the heist. You said heist did, but yeah, I'm gonna make you very rich, and we're gonna make this money back even more. So bada boom and bada bing, we got ourselves a submarine. So I'm gonna call the submarine up right here by services, right there. Bada boom, bada bing. I'm gonna request it. Now we gotta go into the submarine. It's gonna take us to the island right here. I gotta escape the party. I gotta find myself the radio tower. And once I came up to it, I found this nice little electrical box. I had to do a little puzzle, and a puzzle let me get into the cameras. And look at this right here. We have a safe. That's the thing we need to get. So I started scoping up my secondary loot I'm gonna get, but I didn't want that. I want this truck right here. But very importantly, I did scope out the cane. You want to find this on the island because this gives you a lot of money. So after that, I found myself some clothes. This stuff here is good. It's like John Cena mode. No one's gonna know who you are. Basically, a disguise you wear around the map, and everybody thinks you're one of them. So after that, I left the island. I eventually did all the setups for the heist. There's a whole bunch of them. They're pretty darn easy. You get them done pretty darn fast. That's exactly what I did. I got all the setups done. Now I can start the heist. This is how I do the heist every time in GTA 5 Online. It's so darn easy. Also, fun fact, every time I do this heist, there's a good chance you crash it right into this island. So once I made it to the island right here, I got myself the bolt cutters. And then I started chafing over here to my good old truck. I got into this truck. Now you gotta remember this. Drive your truck somewhere far from the gosh darn NPCs because they don't hear you. They hear you, it's game over. So I drove my truck around the gosh darn island. So I eventually came over here to this spot right here. My shirts are located, also my cane. So I had to do this the stealth way, right? I had to play this at like Spider-Man, right? Now high blood pressure is probably a guarantee at this point right here. You don't want to be seen. So I got myself the gosh darn shirts, and I got myself the gosh darn cane, which was behind the shirts, which is a pretty good spot for me. So I was pretty darn hyped about that. So I got myself into this little place, used my bolt cutters just like that. You just love to see it. So I started scooping up all the cane I possibly can find. I went to my second location where there's more cane, and I scooped that up all together. And eventually got myself back into my truck, and I said, you know what? Time to go to that compound, get my documents listed. They're gonna let you right in, like right there. Bada boom, bada bing. Now, very important right here, the guys with the gosh darn triangles with the redness in them, stay away from them. You can sneak around every single one of them. You can do it so darn easily. Just know where they walk and whatnot, but watch out for the big guy. The big guy walking around with the red triangle. Listen, he's not a good guy, right? He don't like you, right? He's gonna know exactly who you are. As you can see right here, I'm doing this most easy peasy lemon squeezy type way. You can do this every time you do the heist, but make sure you don't night-night anybody because they're gonna find a body. And this guy coming here to your left takes all day to walk down those stairs. You can night-night him, but I would not recommend it if you want to do the stealth way. You gotta you know, get so close to that wall. You become one with the wall right here, because if you don't, he's gonna see you, and guess what? You gotta start from the start, and it's not fun. Because the last thing you want to do is get all the NPCs after you. So I started sneaking past this man, made it to eventually to this man's office. Now the first loot we can get right here in this gosh darn little compound is right here in this safe. And let's see how much money we got. We got $463,000. Now right there is gonna bring us downstairs to the gosh darn safe. And then eventually I got myself a code, and now I have a goldfish memory, so I'm surprised I actually remembered this code right here. And I got myself right here into this gosh darn safe, giving me a total of $1.5 million so far for this heist, which is tremendous. Look at this right here, $1.5 million we now have. Now you gotta keep this in mind. We gotta leave this place like a rat with a turd. We gotta be so quiet, right? I don't know how this guy doesn't see us. We're basically in John Cena mode right now. He can't see us. We're just blended in. But if he did see us, guess what? See you later, alligator. Now downstairs, know the pattern where this guy's walking. And once you're done there, start walking a little bit fast, and bada boom, bada bing. We got ourselves out of there. Now I lied before. This guy here, he gave me the wrong look, so I took him out. I wouldn't recommend that. I recommend just swimming away from the island, but I want to get this done in another 15 minutes to get myself to Elite Challenge. Now this is a good way to get this completion done with this heist right here. Do what I do. Go through this jungle. This jungle right here is tremendous because, listen, we're going to become a gosh darn amphibian. One would say that's a frog. So the thing is, we got to go into this water right here. Don't go any other way. Go the way I'm going right here. Watch out for the trees because you never know. They might pop up. But right here, go right into the ocean like this, and bada boom and bada bing. Just start swimming straight ahead. Little no jokes. You got to become Michael Phelps and just swim as fast as possible and just try to get this done as fast as possible if you want to get the Elite Challenge. Now being Michael Phelps pays off because you can get the heist completed. So I got the heist pass. It's my first time ever doing the heist on this account. Platinum I got my potential to take $5.2 million. Actual take $1.5 million. Not bad at all. Now we get to see if I completed the Elite Challenge. 12 seconds over it. Well, you just hate to see that. But hey, we missed out a couple of dollars. Nothing to worry about. So since we completed it for the first time, guess what? We're going to get ourselves a bonus. An extra $200,000 in my base bank account, giving me now $2.8 million. Remember before I told you, this is what you want to do? We're rich again. Now, this is why I told you not to buy the Acid Lab. We can keep on making this money back. $2.8 million. You just love to see this. Now, if you guys want to make this into a series, write in the comments below, and I will exactly do that. Drop some likes. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching this video. I'll catch you in the next one.